Shalom. It's your brother Malcolm, the branch of GMS here in Chicago, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, whom I worship. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of all Israel on earth today. And salutations to the Akim that are doing this work in truth and sincerity, my fellow laborers, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Salutations to the confusion of face Akim that are coming into the fold. All right. And salutations to the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom. It's going to do a lesson here about Esau exposing himself with his fake news. And what you have to understand is that news is history. News gets written down in history. And Esau is just is a liar, and he is exposed. Okay? Give you a quick example before I get started. America and its allies have gone into this perpetual war where millions of people have died and been displaced under false pretenses and just all-out lies. But yet, none of the Edomites who were behind this or anyone that was with them have been punished for it. Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq that did not and never existed. Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11, yet we have been in this perpetual war with them ever since. All right. And the whole plan and the agenda of Esau to go over there into the so-called Middle East and get control over those lands has all been laid out. But the majority of the masses, especially Edomite Americans, because it seems that Edomites in Europe are pretty much wise and hip to this, at least for the most part, especially the states that are not like the Baltic states and things of that nature. Maybe, a lot of the EU people and people in London and that whole sort of thing, those Edomites over there are still under the illusion. And, Salakia for the demonic devil music playing in the background. That's the Edomites next door playing that bull crap. But Salakia for that. Pathetic little gym next door trying to compete with some real shit. But anyway, Salakia. But Esau believes in his own bullshit. And even when it's a lie, if it benefits Esau, he will uphold it. He would rather live in the lie than face the truth. All right. So up to current events and what's happening, you got this James O'Keefe guy who covertly filmed producer Steve Bonifield admitting that the Trump-Russia allegations was all false. So now that's a slap in the face to all the people who always scream as conspiracy theorists and that whole sort of thing, which also proves that Trump was a part of it, because before he got in office, he was blasting them on fake news, and now all of a sudden he's rolling with everything that they roll out. He's a part of the system, man. All right, but you had 3 CNN staffers that resigned, all right, including Pulitzer Prize winner, what's his name, Thomas Frank. This Thomas Frank guy was a Pulitzer winner. All right. Then you had Lex Harris, and then you had the editor who's a fake Jew, Eric Lingblock, I believe, or Lincoln Block. All right. But nevertheless, it just proves that they all resigned because they were exposed, man. All right. So here you have this Pulitzer winner who's supposed to be, highly esteemed in America when you get an award like that, but it just proves that they're just liars, man. And so if you figure if fake news in corporate media is being written into history as real history, and that's what goes into the history books, man. Little kids are learning about 9/11 in school. I remember a client of mine came into this dojo and was talking about how her 7-year-old was crying when she learned about 9/11, and how could someone do that? And all I could think to myself is, he's crying over a bunch of lies, man. What? Let me tell you what happened, little Edomite girl. Your own people murdered people, including a lot of their own people, just so they could pass laws and propaganda. This so that they could push the Patriot Act, which has not stopped any terrorist events at all. All the Patriot Act has done was stopped a lot of your rights and your freedoms, which they're taking away from you because they're getting ready to implement martial law, which is the end result of all of this. because now they're being exposed. They're pushing all these things a lot faster, man. But if they fabricate the news, which is history, what else in history has they fabricated? The history about the Israelites. Okay? Israelites were blamed for things in Rome. The Gadites got blamed for the Boston Tea Party. Imagine how many so-called Native Americans died or were hung or scalped after that. And that got written into history as an event but at the time, it had been told that the Israelites did it, that the Gadites did it. All right, and I can only imagine the amount of blood that was shed of them as a result of that. But why? That was fake news, which is, you got to remember, news is history, and the history is false. All right. So I'm gonna get a couple scriptures here, and the first one is Ecclesiastes 1:9, because them fabricating, news and people being murdered and killed as a result of it, that has definitely happened before. Hold on, I'm having a hard time finding that's right after Psalms. Oh, went too far. After Proverbs, I believe. There we go. This is Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So fabricating news and then pushing it to the public as if it really happened so that you could demonize a certain group of people so that you could gain benefit financially or to get lands or any sort of gains. All right. That's nothing new. And that has always been the MO of the so-called white man. I forget who said it, but there was an Edomite who said, you never let a good crises go to waste. All right. I'm going to get a quick scripture that popped in my head, which is Sirach 10:8, because this is how Esau operates. This is how he gets things. He demonized someone, and then that gives him license to go and murder them, and everyone's okay with it. And then they divide up those spoils among the elite, not even the other Edomites, man. Because proof of that is that look how many homeless Edomite veterans and how many veterans come back and their lives are completely destroyed, but yet they don't share in the spoils of the poppy fields that they guard over in Afghanistan, or the oil or whatever resources that they risk their lives to control. But this is Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And Esau's been doing that through many times. Just like he claims to be the Americans. He claims to be the Greeks. He claims to be the Israelites. He claims to be everybody. He claims to be the Spartans. He claims to be everything, man. But when you do the research, you find out that they're not. They're Edomites, man, and they're liars. And their whole existence is based upon lies and deceit, man. Another quick scripture to wrap this up. This is Luke 8:17. And it reads, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." So, your skirt is being lifted, man. Okay? Another quick scripture. This is Jeremiah 49. I'm going to read verses 10 through 11. Okay? And it reads, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." Right? "Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. But thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." So you're going to drink that cup of punishment, man. Your children are going to die. Your seed is going to be spoiled. Your houses are going to be spoiled. Your wives are going to be ravished, and they're going to like it. "They shall trust in us. Thus saith the scripture." So with that, I'm going to say all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Double honors unto the apostles of GMS, the apostles and the elders. All right? And salutations to you, Akim, out there. Keep pushing. Shalom.